Welcome to my channel. My name is Paul Nyakweba, and I am right here in my allotment doing exactly what I love, and honestly, this is one of the smartest ways I have found to kill boredom and stay out of trouble. It is 10 a.m. I have just come from the gym, and now I am here watering my plants and keeping myself busy. I will take you around the allotment and show you what I am doing as we have this conversation. But before we get into the tour, let me address the elephant in the room. Loneliness is real, especially for men in the UK, especially for migrants, and especially when you hit your 30s and realize your circle has shrunk to almost nothing. Mostly, I have almost zero friends around. The one friend I do have nearby, he is just coming home from work, exhausted. So I have been left with no choice than crafting my way to maneuver around. That is what today is about, not just surviving loneliness, but actually using it to build something better. As a black migrant from Kenya, Africa, your friend is your family. That is how we are raised. You share meals, you share struggles, you share everything. Community is not a luxury, it is a necessity. But when you move to the UK, that dynamic shifts. People are busy, life is expensive, commutes are long, and suddenly the people you relied on are not as available as they used to be. And if they are busy, you have to craft your own way to stay productive and not let the loneliness consume you. I am 31 now. I have seen friends fall into bad habits because they had too much time on their hands and no one to check on them. Drinking too much, gambling, getting into arguments, or just wasting days scrolling on their phones. That is the danger of loneliness. It does not just make you sad, it makes you vulnerable to bad choices. So I made a decision early on. If I am going to be alone, I am going to be alone constructively. That is why I am here in this allotment every single day I can. Let me show you something practical. On this video you can see I have comfrey here. What we do is put them in water to smother, and they break down into a rich dark liquid that is packed with nitrogen. Then we pour that water on the plants, and trust me, they love it. It is completely free, completely organic, and it works better than many chemical fertilizers I have seen in shops. Why does this matter? Because when you are lonely, you need projects that give you results. You need to see progress. You need something that responds to your effort. Plants do that. You water them, you feed them, and they grow. That simple cycle, effort and reward, is incredibly grounding. And as a young person, I have seen the importance of eating organic and knowing exactly where your food comes from. Not just for health, but for peace of mind. When you grow your own food, you take back control over one of the most basic parts of your life, what you put into your body. So here I have kales, as you can see, mostly to share with friends when they do visit. And spinach, there are plenty, as you can see. I grow enough to feed myself and still have surplus to give away. That is important too. Staying generous even when you are lonely keeps your heart soft. I have a greenhouse, as you can see, and inside I have some anderema. That is a Swahili name. I doubt you will find it in English supermarkets. It is a leafy green that grows really well in warm conditions, and I love it because it reminds me of home. And I also have managu, that is black nightshade. I plant it and share with friends. It is believed to be medicinal, good for digestion and immunity. Plenty of my vegetables are like that. They are not just food, they are medicine. When you are lonely, it is easy to eat poorly. Takeaways, processed food, quick fixes, but that only makes you feel worse. Growing your own organic food is a way of saying I deserve better, and you do. Behind me, there are apple trees which produce a really ample harvest. I eat them for good vitamins, but honestly, I also just enjoy watching them change through the seasons. Blossom in spring, fruit in summer, harvest in autumn, rest in winter. That rhythm is good for the soul. Let us talk about how essential it is for men to find luxury in self company. Luxury is not always expensive cars or fancy holidays. Sometimes luxury is a quiet Saturday morning with no one demanding your attention. Luxury is waking up and deciding exactly what you want to do with your day. Luxury is being comfortable in your own silence. That is what I am learning here. Gardening, organic farming, and loneliness, when handled well, is a good way to kill time, stay healthy, and genuinely enjoy your own company. As you can hear, the place is so noise free, no traffic, no sirens, no arguments, no one here with me, alone. Unspoken struggles. We are told to be strong, to handle it, to not complain, but that bottled up feeling leads to trouble. It leads to anger, to depression, to reckless decisions. I have seen it, so I am not here to tell you to just be happy. I'm here to tell you to be constructive. Take that lonely energy and put it into something that builds you up instead of tears you down. For me, it is the gym and this allotment. For you, it might be something else: woodwork, running, writing, photography, learning an instrument. But find something, especially as a black migrant. Making friends here is hard. It just is. Different backgrounds, different humor, different rhythms of life, and sometimes even when you meet people, the connection does not go deep. That can hurt. I know it does. But here is what I have realized: you cannot wait for others to save you from loneliness. You have to save yourself by building a life that you are proud of, whether people are watching or not. As we move along, do not forget to subscribe to my channel to give me the momentum to proceed. It really helps me keep going, and more importantly, I want you to know that you are not alone in feeling alone. So let me leave you with this. If you are lonely today, do not waste that pain. Use it. Get up early, go to the gym, start a garden, cook a proper meal, learn something new, call your mom, write down your goals. Be so busy building yourself that the loneliness does not have room to take root. And if you ever feel like you are sleeping, remember, you are not the only one. There are many of us out here quietly working on ourselves, hoping for better days. I am Paul Nyakweba. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this resonated with you, please subscribe, like, and share this video. It really helps me keep going. And I will see you in the next one right here from the allotment. Take care of yourselves.